Good evening. Welcome to Shining Light once again with yours, truly, Kennetha McCartney. And today, I know it's the summer break, so a lot of you guys are on vacation. Who's not in Disney World? Is in Sea World. Summer is all about vacations. I can remember as a little child. Well, it's seven of us. I have six siblings, so summer break was all about beaching for us. My uncle operated a jet ski company. So we spent a lot of time on the beach. So it was all about jet ski riding. It was all about having fun. It was all about being wet. Like the time the summer was over, we were extremely dark. So for me, when I think of summer, I think of the beach because that's what I grew up about. What summer being about. But today we have in studios with us Iesha Gilliam. She is the CEO of Iesha Branding. Well, a company is about branding. It's about branding, photography, social media, anything to do with social media and branding. She is the person that will be able to assist you to take your company, to take your look, to take whatever you have to push forward as far as your company to the next level. And we will have her in studios in another few minutes. In another few minutes, she will. Since we are in for a treat, she will be able to give us an insight of why it's important to brand. Welcome to Shine the Light.
Hey,
We are so delighted to have you in studios with us.
thank you. Thank you for the invite.
Like I was telling the local viewers, but the local viewers will understand us more than the international viewers. But like I was telling them, summer break is all about the beach for here in the Bahamas. Because where we grew up around sun, sand, and sea. We live where people
Yeah.
vacation. So for us here in the Bahamas, summer break is all about the beach for us. I don't know about you all the way in Chicago, but that's what it is about summer break over here, except for when we go to Disney World and visit Sea World over there in America. But that's what summer break is about over here for us.
Well, summer break is summer break, but everywhere in the United States, whether it's Chicago, Memphis, Atlanta, summer break is what exactly it is. Hot, and it's just a break in the season. That's just it.
We are so excited. We are so excited to have you in studios. I mean, because a lot of person don't understand how important branding is. It's one thing to have a product, but branding is taking that product to the next level. And we're so delighted to have you on the show just to give people an insight of why it's so important to invest in your
Yes,
branding.
yes, it is very, very, very important. Very important.
So what I would like you to do, Iesha, what I'd like you to do is to introduce yourself to the local and the international audience about your platform and basically with your company and what you are all about.
Okay, hello everybody. I'm Iesha Gilliam, and I have three businesses. I am a 25-year-old entrepreneur that has been going since for about 10 years now. My IG Lighthouse Media business, which is my baby business, is my first business, which is photography and videography. And my second business, which is booming all across the world, is IG Branding Agency, which I specialize in website design, flyer design. My company specializes in flyer design, business cards, logos, flyers, anything that comes with branding. That's exactly what I can offer you in my company. My third business is IG Life Brand, which consists of motivational speaking, production management, advertising, marketing, anything that comes with marketing. You would want to see me with IG Life Brand. It's just bringing basically your brand to life. Period. So that is who I am. Yes.
So, okay, we hear your portfolio, and it's a big major portfolio. For as far as somebody investing in your businesses, as far as wanting to allow your businesses to do a website or something for them, what about the training process? Do you train? Like, if someone wanted to get into photography, or if somebody wanted to get into creating website, do you offer those type of services also?
Yes, I do offer training. I offer training with website building, but I also train with photography and videography. I'm actually about to start. I see that you had asked about my nonprofit organization that will be off the ground before 2019, and it's the IG Road to Millions. which it is basically a mentorship. I really don't want to call it mentorship, but it's basically a mentorship for aspiring entrepreneurs, young aspiring entrepreneurs that I may be able to teach and equip them to go and be great. And that's whether it's website designing or just they want to learn more about photography, or they just bought a camera and they need to know how to cut it on. The most simplest things, you just never know that them people, they may not know the answer to it. So I'm here to specialize in that. So that is one of my upcoming things that I would love to do, a nonprofit's IG Road to Millions. So just be on the lookout for that. If you have an aspiring kid that wants to be an entrepreneur and you're looking to find somebody that's trustworthy, that knows what they're talking about, you got somebody. So I'm here for that.
You know, so just like they're just starting off. So for a viewer that's watching, just give them an idea and understanding what branding can do for a product that they now have or a service that they now can offer. Can you give us an example? Like, what can branding do? How is branding able to carry you to the next level?
Man, branding can carry you to the next level because it's just a announcement stating that I am here. I am the brand. I am the person that's going to get you to the next level, or your company to the next level. Like what? Okay, so what is McDonald's without the golden arc?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it, as in why branding is so important and why it's much needed, because everybody knows when they see that golden arc, oh, it's a McDonald's near. Your brand should always represent where you are and who you are to become.
Excellent.
So that's why I say it's very important, because a brand is eternal, and just a product, it can be seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why I say a brand is very important.
You know, like you also mentioned that you are a stylist. And
oh God. I listen, and this goes with the question about the brand and why it's so important. I love to dress. I love fashion. I love trends. I love all of that stuff. I am not a stylist. I will say that. But my clients have pulled it up out of me, just because when they see me, they see, oh man, she be so fresh and she be this and she dope and she swag, she sauce, all the all the new words. But that's why I say a brand is important, because I represent my brand. So that's why I dress the way that I dress. And now, by me dressing the way that I dress, that has opened up a door for me to actually style certain clients. But they have to be a client of mine for me to style. I really don't like doing fashion styling and stuff like that. But people ask me all the time, and I would never say no to something that I love, because that's what you're passionate. That's why you are passionate about that thing, so you can constantly give your gift to everybody that asks for it. So it's very, very important.
You know, but you do have to give, because you do represent, when I see your brand, you represent style. You know,
Yeah,
beyond the
that's what
brand, you
everybody
do
say.
represent style. So it is something that you are walking in. Even though you don't
Yeah,
embrace it, you are walking in it.
I believe in it, and that's true. You have to. You're gonna eventually, when somebody push you to that point, you eventually gotta step in it, or just say no. I'm walking away. And like I said, I hate to tell people no. Especially when I have that gift to offer to them, man, I'm like, no, I got you. Come on, let's go to the store. And I wouldn't charge for stuff like that, because, like I said, it's out of my heart, and it's a gift that God gave me. And people people say all the time, fashion is not a gift. Fashion is not this. Fashion is a gift, because some people cannot dress.
No.
But that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. That is why we are here.
So
Yeah.
we can see that your representation of fashion is influenced. You know, we are all influenced. You know, they would say that everything in the life is just a cycle. Just things go out of date and things come back in. But my question to you would be, like, can you give me 3 top celebrities that have influenced your style?
Well, I would say it's many out there, but number one, everybody says, "Oh my God, like you are Janelle Monáe," like all around Janelle Monáe. So that's the only really celebrity that I can say. Well, Gabrielle Union could be one. Um, Based on her business line, like in New York and Company and stuff like that. But besides that, Janelle Monáe is definitely my number one person that influenced my fashion, my style, all of that. All of those good things is definitely Janelle Monáe. Period.
So,
I love her.
like for those viewers who are trying to do something with their style and with their fashion, but they're on a budget, can you give me like 3 brands you would actually refer a client to work with that can be able to give you the style but still within a budget?
Balling on the budget. Let's see. Let's see. I would have to say now it's a lot of people. Now I don't know if you guys have this out there. I'm pretty sure you don't. But
We
it's a
do
store.
in the Bahamas. In the Bahamas, we do a lot of online shopping, so
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
access to everything you have access to.
Okay, so it's a store. It's all across the United States. It's called Rainbow. Have you
No,
ever heard of Rainbow?
I've
Okay,
never
so
shopped at
girl,
Rainbow. I thought you were about to say H&M.
no, because H&M they're a little costly. But Rainbow, I shop there out. Well, it depends. It depends on the style that I'm going for. But Rainbow, it is they have came up. It's a lot of people that will sleep on Rainbow. But now they have come up. They have the latest trends, the latest swags, all of that kind of stuff. But I love H&M. H&M is number one on my list. That is my favorite store. Forever 21, my second. Target is my third. But all of those, they will break your pocket if you don't watch it.
So that
That's
be honest with you, Rainbow was something new I've never heard. So Rainbow is an online store also. Do they have a
I
website
think they
also?
do have online. Yeah, I think they do have online. But of course, it only is a variety of things online.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, girl, when you come down here, I will make sure I take you to Rainbow. You could probably get a good 10 outfits for under $60.
Wow. 10
Seriously.
outfits?
It's just you gotta know what you're doing though. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know how to shop. You gotta be with somebody that could put piece to piece to piece together, not go by the matching half a tank top with the matching pant. Like, no, no. You gotta have somebody that'll literally go in this section, get this shirt, this section, get these pants. So yeah, Rainbow is number one. I think Rainbow is number one for the come up. For
I
the
have
cheap
to check out Rainbow. I've never heard of
the
Rainbow.
cheap. Yeah, I'm telling you, you'll get something from it. Yeah, when you log on www, I don't even know the website, but I need to be getting
I
paid
will
for
find.
this.
I will make sure
Look,
I find it.
I need to be getting paid for promoting Rainbow. Lord Jesus.
So
But I see one of the comments that say, well, this is Prophet Jesus Warren. She's one of my mentors. She said Fashion Nova will have it for $70 and the same piece at Rainbow for $16.
yes,
so, so yeah, listen, Rainbow has came up. I'm telling you. And for the people that's in the United States, listen, y'all need to go to Rainbow.
wow.
Yeah,
I
y'all
will
need to go
definitely
to
check on
Rainbow.
Rainbow. So Aisha, my next question for you, like, what do you suggest? Like, it I'm just gonna put it on you because you're walking in it. You are a stylist.
Uh-huh.
What do you suggest that you would spend the most money on? A pair of shoes, a bag, or a top? Like, what do you suggest with the open? Like, what do you don't compromise with?
That is not a good question for me because I spend a lot of money on everything. But okay, so the people around me, they say I probably would spend the most money on shoes.
Okay.
I would buy a pair of Gucci shoes before I buy a shirt. Like I don't know. You can put a shoe with anything, but I have to go find 1,000 shirts, 1,000 pair of pants to go with that one pair of shoes. Like so I would rather I have probably like over 100 shoes.
Yes, because we have a stylist here. We have a stylist here in the Bahamas. His name is called Kadar. He's actually a stylist and he has his own clothing line. He says that the best thing to do is to spend the most money on a pair of shoes and a bag because your weight fluctuates. He said no matter if your
Right.
weight goes up or down, you're still able to get your money's worth out of a bag and out of a pair of shoes.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. I love shoes. I would spend everything on shoes. Now, it used to when I was growing up, it used to be the opposite way. I would get an outfit and then match the shoes later. But no, I'm telling you, like I have to have a good shoe. I have to have a good shoe, and I would invest in a watch. Before the Apple Watch came out, I would always invest in a nice watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a statement piece for me. But now I done got boring. Now I just wear the Apple Watch all the time. But you will always catch me with a different shoe. And that's where I'm gonna spend my money, and that's where my money gonna stay.
So,
Yes.
okay, for those who are watching, Aisha, and they're contemplating to choosing a company for their branding. You know, they're trying to start up a company, or whether it is they want to be a motivational speaker, or whether a preacher or a first lady is coming for, and they're in the body of decision and trying to figure out who they're going to choose. What makes your company unique? Why they should choose you over another brand?
I would say what makes my company unique. I would say because I'm more so original.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very original. It's a lot of things that I could be doing that everybody else is doing. It's a lot of photographers out there. But the difference within me, number one, it depends on what area you are in. My prices are very cheap.
Mm-hmm.
My prices are cheap, and that's why I'm booked.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to know what you have to know. You have to know the demand of your area of what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Memphis, my hometown, my prices were very neutral. They were normal. But now that I moved to Atlanta, man, listen, I'm too cheap in Atlanta. So that just goes with knowing your market, knowing the demand of your market and what they need. I always talk about in advertisement events that I'm a part of. You have to go. You have to know your dead market versus your live market. Because being a part of a dead market, it's not gonna, you're not gonna benefit anything from it. And that's what I tell a lot of entrepreneurs that start from ground zero. Notice where your markets are, because if you're in a dead market and it's 100 people selling bundles in Memphis, Tennessee, why would you move to Memphis to sell bundles?
Mm-hmm.
It's just not worth your time.
Mm-hmm.
So you all just know your market.
Mm-hmm.
Period. That's the only thing that I can give to an aspiring entrepreneur that needs to know what to do, where to go, and things like that. And like I think what makes my company unique or my brand unique is I'm not moved by trends.
Mm-hmm.
Because trends gonna fade, but purpose is always progressive. So you gotta, like, you have to know those things. I choose to stay true to my calling, and I believe in a world of comparison in social media that creates like separation. So you have to know that trends fade, but purpose is always progressive. So that is what I would tell a aspiring entrepreneur of branding your company to stand out and be unique to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what I got for you.
Okay, Iesha. So I so I know that you are a branding guru. My question for you would be this: if you had to pick between Instagram and Facebook, what would it be? If you had to make an ultimatum, you know, either Instagram or Facebook, what would it be?
I wouldn't make a choice. I would not make a choice only because the different caliber of people on each site. You know, Facebook is more so older, and I would say older, but I would say more so like my mom and my grandmother, and they're on here. I think so. Hey everybody. But my grandmother and my mother, they're more so on Facebook. My mom is on Instagram because she's just a trendy young mother. But I would say don't, I wouldn't divide, or I wouldn't choose either one, but I like Instagram because of hashtagging purposes. People more so go look for business, like I hashtag Memphis photographer or Atlanta videographer, or I moved to Atlanta hashtag. And people will research those things, like when they're looking for somebody for the wedding or Memphis photographers for a wedding. They're looking for hashtags on Instagram. You wouldn't more so find hashtags on Facebook, but I would say both is very relevant to our generation and to the generations to come. Facebook, people say, it's just older people on Facebook. No, because majority of my business have came off Facebook.
So,
So
so you
I would
say,
say both.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say both is very influential. Like if you're starting a business, you need both. You really need all of them. Twitter is slept on too, but Twitter has come up. It was dying down a little bit, but it has came up concerning like the celebrities. Like a lot of celebrities, a lot of NBA players, all those people, they use Twitter, including the president of the United States. That's what he's on majority of the time. So Twitter has its ins and outs, but I would say Facebook and Instagram. It's
So
hard to choose between the
even
two.
even when I hear you speak, even when I hear you speak, when you say you wouldn't choose one, and you go into explaining them. I think what people don't understand is how effectively you can use each website. How you can use
Yeah.
Instagram and how you can use Facebook. But so my thing is understanding each tool.
understanding each tool. It's like I just said, with hashtagging and things of that nature, you're more so going to lean towards Instagram. But as far as Facebook, both of them have boosting. I don't know if you heard about it, but you can boost both of your pages. If your Instagram is connected to your Facebook, they have this tool. This is what I always tell a lot of people to utilize Facebook Marketplace and Facebook boosting. Facebook boosting is something that you could pay $5 for and get your post boosted to at least like 1,000 to 5,000 people at one time. And it shows you the dynamics of the people that use it, the demographics, all of those things. So I would say utilize both, but if you want to utilize it as in boosting wise, you will want to connect your Instagram to your Facebook so that they will both boost. And then that way, you don't just have to focus on what are these people saying on Facebook. You have a follower on Instagram as well, because it shows you the analytics of how many people have followed, how many people have clicked on it, how many people have purchased your event through the boosting. So it's good when you utilizing it, but I would say you have to stay focused on the demographic of people that your status or your post or your event is trying to reach. That's how you will utilize it good.
Excellent. You know, Iesha, you made a statement. You said social media is the currency of time. Can you go deeper into that statement?
I say, I said that social media is the currency of time because this is just the social media age. Of course, the media has its pros and cons, or however, but social media adds momentum and volume to concerning anything that you need, anything that you want to do, anything that you pursue. Like I said, you could be starting a business from ground zero, and social media is that push nowadays. It's nothing like being just having a website. But once you post that link on Facebook, everybody sees that link, whether they click it or not. And that's one thing about social media this age. You can have an event tomorrow and you can have 100 likes and only 2 people show up. At the end of the day, social media gave you a platform to have those likes. Somebody seen your event, somebody seen your face, somebody seen your name. So we're just living in that age. We can't have a conversation about branding without social media. We can't have a conversation about the president of the United States without saying Twitter. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So we're gonna always need social media. And if social media dies out, you go back to what was the old. Like I still use what is it called? When you talk words, I'm trying to think of the name of it. Word of mouth. Word of mouth. You always go back to what was old. Word of mouth, because Facebook, I wouldn't say Facebook is going to eventually fade, but just the people that's being on Facebook and their timing on Facebook is going to eventually shift. So you always go back to what's old. And word of mouth has worked tremendously with me. Word of mouth is where it's at. I would say social media all day, but word of mouth is what gets that brand and gets your business, ministry, whatever you aspire to do, is going to get it out there.
Excellent. So you know what, Iesha, you were moving right into my next question. You were talking about how you can advertise an event on Instagram, you can advertise an event on Facebook, and 100 persons might hit a like, and your expectation would be like about 50 persons might show up, but only 2 show up. And my next question for you is, how have you overcome the difficulties in thriving in your business? How have you stayed motivated to continue to pursue in the midst of discouragement?
Well, I would say that actually I'm still currently processing it. As a person who have always been loved by many, but then once you start to really or once you start your business, your real support team becomes very few. Mm-hmm. And I would say most of your support would come from real strangers. So you really can't, you can't really look towards just Facebook likes and Instagram likes, or how many times you post a day, all of those things. Majority of the time, the strangers are really going to support you more than your real supporters. Mm-hmm. Or family, or however the case may be. I don't really have that situation, especially with my family. My family supports me. Majority of my family is on here now. My friends, like I have a good support system, but I really haven't gotten discouraged with that. But I would say that I'm still in a process. And what I would say to the next person that's in that situation of discouragement, just don't focus on who's going to show up. Don't focus on none of those things, because, just honor those that do. I would say to just honor those that do, because if you do focus on it, you'll soon become discouraged about the whole entire business or the whole entire thing that you're trying to do, because that's just the number one thing that you don't focus on, the support system and all that stuff. It's gonna come. It's gonna come eventually. Period.
Excellent. I know being a leader is difficult in itself, and being on the front line and you being a branding, in the branding industry. Like, how do you stay ahead of the game? Like, I know you say you are a photographer. Like, what skills? How do you stay sharp in photography?
Well, I say staying focused. Staying focused, whether it's photography, ministry, building a brand or anything like that. You have to stay focused. It's just very difficult when you can sometimes become pressured to produce more than what you currently grace for. And you just have to you have to stay focused. That's the only thing I can really say. You have to stay focused and continue to be consistent. Build momentum concerning that thing, whether anybody supports you or not. Period. You have to remain focused. Write the vision down, pray on it, make sure that it's clear to you, and then I would say step out and do it. And then make sure that you following, with your consumers' responses, because your customers are what makes your business. Your members are what makes your church. So you always have to have feedback. Stay focused and make sure you watch out for the feedback, because the feedback is what really matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really need to just stay focused. That's the only thing I can give a aspiring entrepreneur that's in leadership and that's inspiring to have a business. That's stay focused.
Excellent. Was photography self-taught, or it was something that you went to school for?
Well, my mom, me and my mom did photography. My mom was a photographer when we were kids, when me and my little sister were kids. And I would say the passion was, birthed through her. She taught me the ins and outs of photography, and I took everything I learned and just went on and pursued a business. At first it was a passion. At first it was just for fun. It was just a hobby. And then once I started getting clients and my passion started getting thicker, I really stepped out into business. And now I can say that from her teachings or whatnot, my little sister is now getting into photography and modeling. So we both did modeling, we both did photography, but I would say that's where my passion really came from with photography. So it was not it was a little afterwards it was self-taught, but the beginning stages was my mom, period. So kudos to Dr. Parrish, and she is live on here. Tasha Parrish.
Hello,
kudos
Mom.
to Mom. Hi, Mom. You're the best. So yeah, that's where that came from.
So as far as, because we know you have a lot of local guests who will be international guests to you because they live in the Bahamas. For persons who would like to be to use your company, so how would you go about assessing their work as far as them taking headshots for photographers? So it'll be persons that you advise them to. You would look at their work. Like, how would that work?
Yeah. Well, my company has been going on for probably like 7 to 10 years. I really haven't sat down to count that, but more than likely like 7 years. And I've gotten to the point where I am extra busy. So I have hired photographers. I have employees. I've hired photographers and videographers in different states. Right now, I'm up to 7 states for my employees, and I trust them because their work look better than mine. So if your work is going to look better than mine, then you can definitely work for me. So if somebody wanted to book in NASA, I would fly out there because I want to come. But if I had somebody that was more so trustworthy and would not mind working for my company, if somebody that was closer, then I would definitely push them out there to go and go do the job. Go do it the best way you can. So yeah, I would definitely push that. And then, if somebody wanted to book ahead of time, and then to where I've made more preparation to get there, then they can just log onto my website, email me and say, I need you by December. I would definitely come to Bahamas. Now it'll be different if it was next week. Now I think that plane ticket will be a little bit expensive, and I just have to get somebody. But if they would love to book me, I would love to come out there. I fly a lot of times to go do work for clients all the time. So Bahamas is not an issue. I would definitely come.
So I know you talk about having a mentor. I mean, for those who are upcoming in the industry, whatever industry they are coming in, like how important is a mentor, and what difference does a mentor make?
Man, that is the most important thing that I always tell entrepreneurs. I tell people on the street, I tell I tell people about mentors like I talk about Jesus Christ, because it is very, very, very important. Concerning finding the right mentor, like you must find someone that who is where you aspire to go. And mentors should be a reflection of your future, um the expertise that you're trying to work in. They should be that, like, they're very important. That it is, man, it's so hard to, I would be all night talking about why it's important to have a mentor. I have several mentors. And then I'll also say it's also wise to have a spiritual mentor as well. Like Prophet Jen's one, she was on here earlier. That's my spiritual mentor. And it's good to have a spiritual side and a natural side. Like I have a natural side. Like my mom is one of my mentors. It's a lot of things that she can tell me versus having these spoken spiritually. Like, you shouldn't go here, and then I'll be like, well, yeah, I need to go. And then somebody, your spiritual mentor, be like, what the Lord said, you don't need to go here. So it's good to have a balance with both. But it's just good, if you cannot find a spiritual one, find a regular one, and just make sure that they're aspiring where you want to go. Like, they have to be, I would say, like with one of my mentors, like he always like, you need to shoot past me. You gotta go past me. Find somebody that want you to surpass them. That's a mentor. Not, they don't want you to stay on the same level. They don't want you to do what they're just doing. They want you to surpass them. So that's with spiritual mentor, natural mentor, whatever kind of mentor. Find a mentor. Period.
Excellent. Like what I mean, you're in the industry. You know, you've been hired. Your company has been hired by a lot of persons, and you will be able to look through social media and you'll be able to see what's going on in this generation. Like, what message do you have for this generation? What has been a mistake you have seen constantly made by this generation?
I would say it's several mistakes that I've seen this generation make. But did you ask, was it concerning business or ministry?
Both.
Which one was it? Well, ministry, I would say the mistakes that I've seen, people in ministry are so inconsistent when it comes down to their brand. They want you to come to their church, and we don't even know the times that your church started because your Facebook isn't even updated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that's one of the mistakes. I would say the inconsistency of the church concerning ministry with marketing and all of those good things. And I would say inconsistency with business as well, because you can find yourself so busy to where you're not focused on the things that really matter now. You're still focused on the things that you were trying to build. And I would say stay consistent with just growing and growing and growing and growing, because growing pains are going to come, but are you going to stay consistent in growing and keep growing until you get to where you need to be? And then when you get to where you need to be, grow some more, but figure something out and say, yeah, I'm not doing this. Or in church ministry, maybe we need to update and get projector screens in our church. Look at what other churches are doing that's actually succeeding, and put it to work. What I would say, a lot of mistakes within the church, they try, it's almost like a jelly spirit, but then you also want to be like that person or be like that church. I would say steal their ideas. I mean, you're not going to go to jail for it. It's an idea that goes to your mind. So, I mean, steal their ideas. Take anything that you feel that is making that ministry grow faster. Take it. Y'all take it anyway, and don't give no credit to the actual pastor that did it. So you might as well steal it. So I would say consistency is one of the main things with ministry and businesses that a lot of mistakes have came out of. So yeah, that's definitely that.
So
one of the
what can we expect from your company for the rest of 2018? Do you have any seminars? Like, what can we expect for those that are watching and want to get in contact with you? Like, what can we expect for the rest of 2018?
Well, I would say, I would say you can log on to my website, both websites, and subscribe to my website, www.ieshagilliam.com, for more updates, because I have a lot, man. Listen, I have a lot going on. I have my t-shirts. They have launched. They launched in the beginning of this year. I define success me, and it's at IG Life Brand for my Instagram. And then I have this shirt, I am the brand, because you always represent yourself wherever you go. Whether you want to be whether you want to be an entrepreneur or you don't, you are your own brand. In every area, in every way, every walk of life, like you have a brand. So when I say you have a brand, and I want to encourage people that you are the brand. You don't need to get up and go to the grocery store with your bonnet on and have no bra, stuff like, because you represent your brand. And that's why people, I say all the time, like, you always dress nice, you always did, because I'm my brand. My brand has bought me my clientele. Why? Because I always look nice, and I'm always smiling. I'm always nice to people. I don't have a reason to be mean, because I'm my brand, and my brand represents me. So my brand would be a flop if I was mean to people. My brand would be nothing if I didn't dress according to where I'm going. So you really, man, that follow me on all social media outlets, and I will give you my next event coming up. I went to a networking event for black women in business this past weekend, and I was looking around, and I was like, I have to do one of these. So I connected with this restaurant, and I'm planning on doing one very, very soon. That's why I say subscribe to my website, because I do not exactly have a date right now, but I know it will be in August. I will be having a women networking event. I may open it up to men. It depends on who my guest will be, but I'm having an event in Atlanta in the month of August. So that's one of them. And then I'm having my Unplugged too in Memphis. I have Unplugged.
Just 1 second. The event that you're having in Atlanta, because I know that a lot of persons with events, you are able to pay a fee and log in. Will you be able to access it online also?
No, this is not an online course. So no, it would have to be in person. You'll have to come in person. Okay. So I am going to do one of those, though. I have one of those coming up. I'm actually partnering with a young lady with one of those, to where you will have to pay a fee to actually log in and get a lot of marketing tools that I do not say over, Facebook Live, because like I said, people steal your stuff, don't give you the credit. I am not doing that. But I do have one of those coming up, but I don't know the date exactly for that. So that's why I gave you the best strategy to do is just subscribe to my website. Subscribe to my website, and I will have all updated news, events, anything that I have going on will come to your email, and just join my email blast. I have a lot of events coming up, but like I said, some of them are surprises. By the end of 2018, I will be launching another business, so that's a surprise, and that will be probably later on in the end, probably December maybe. But that's another thing. But if you go subscribe, you will get all of the information that you need concerning anything that I'm doing in any city.
Excellent. This was such an informative interview. I mean, like, if somebody didn't think the power of social media was just a flop, like, they would get an understanding that it is necessary.
Yes.
I know that you gave out your Instagram name. Are there any other names or website names that you didn't give out? Like, persons who are watching and want to get in contact with you are able to reach you. Or is there any other information that you want to give out before we close out the interview?
Okay, I see that my god brother, he's posting now. His name is Colin Robinson. He posted my Instagram, which is Iesha_ILJ. That is my personal account. And then I have another Instagram that I'm currently building, which is IG Life Brand on Instagram. And both of my websites are listed in the comment section. Ieshagilliam.com is more so for IG Life Brand, the production management, church building, anybody that needs help building their church from ground zero. I have a team that will come in and talk to your leadership. I've built media teams from ground zero at churches. So I have all of that to offer on IeshaGilliam.com, and then IGLighthouseMedia.com is where you will find my portfolio for flyers, brand, anything that comes with branding, logos, other people's websites that I've done is under my portfolio under IGLighthouseMedia.com.
So
So yeah,
as
those are
far as
all the
churches,
outlets.
go ahead. So
No,
as
I was
far
just
as
saying there was all the
churches,
outlets.
so as far as churches, like, do you want to give a detailed layout of what you offer for churches, for persons who want to take their media to the next level as far as the branding, the church logo, the church page? Like, what do you offer?
Well, I offer everything, everything that comes with starting anything from ground zero to success. I offer it. So I would say if you're trying to start a church, you need a logo, you need a website. I wouldn't necessarily say business cards, but I would say business cards for the pastor when he's out socializing and networking with other pastors. He can give them their business card with his personal number or the church's office number. But I would say you need flyers. Flyers and word of mouth is where you will start with church branding. Flyer design, go to the doors, put in mailbox, things of that nature. But I won't give all of my tips on here because people, those pastors pay me for that. But what I will say is, I do church marketing, church branding. If you want to start your ministry, your personal ministry from ground zero, you can check out Prophetess Genesis Warren, pgwmnow.com. I built her website. Me and my godbrother, we started her branding over a couple of years ago, and now it's from zero to success. And that's what I would do for any ministry, business, or company, church, anybody that comes to me. My company will specialize in all of those things to make you the most successful that you can be.
Like, Iesha, Gilliam, thank you so much for being a part of Shining Light. This interview was so informative. Like, I'm sitting here like I got some work to do.
Thank you again for the invite. I really, really do appreciate it, and I'm so grateful and thankful for it. I really do.
Thank you so much. I know the Shining Light audience is so happy to have you on this show. Like, any person who have a business, any person who is thinking about coming forward, they're able to sit back and say, you know what? I have work to do. And thank you so much for being so transparent and being so open of why media is necessary and why you would need a media team like yours to come in and take the business to the next level. Thank you once again.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm happy to be a part.
Okay. Once again, this is Shining Light with Kennetha McCartney.